Hey, welcome back to TIG Time. I'm Mr. TIG, and today we're in Las Vegas for the Fabtech 2012 show. I was walking through the show and I came across this booth called MK Products, and I found a machine that said TIG on it. So I want to find out a little bit more about this machine, figure out what it'll do and what features it has on it. So I have here with me Walt Godsill, and he's going to give me a quick tour of this machine and the products that attach to it. So does this machine actually work as a manual TIG welding machine if you want it to?
With the right operator, it does a great job. Everything happens from a main menu on here. It's not a touch screen, it's function keys. Start from the main menu and you can select auto program or weld manual. If you select weld manual, you're able to set up a weld program just like you would with a regular power source that dial in background current, peak current, whatever you want to do. Has a foot control and a standard TIG torch.
Okay, now does this thing go down to some pretty low amps?
I'll tell you what, this is the best welding machine I've ever worked with. This will start an arc at half an amp and maintain an arc at half an amp. I don't weld many razor blades, but it would do it.
Okay, so if I had a customer that was looking at doing some micro welding through stereo microscopes and things like that down at a half an amp, this unit would do it then.
With the right operator, you got it.
Great. Now, I noticed that you also have some other features on here for orbital welding, and you use the same power supply?
Yes, you would. If I could go back a minute on the TIG welding, though, this is a portable unit, too. We have a water cooler on it, but it's not required for micro TIG because you're not using that much amperage. So you disconnect this and you walk away with a power source, and it's 110 volt input. So you can plug this into a 15 amp breaker circuit in a wall circuit and you're ready to weld.
Great. Sounds like a very versatile, very precise machine. So let's go into the orbital features of this. That interests me.
Orbital, well, people wonder what an orbit is. That means it goes around. We want to use this on a piece of pipe that's not, you can't turn the pipe. You're going to have to weld all the way around the pipe. What we do is take two pieces of tubing or pipe, square butt weld, push them together inside of a weld head, and pre-program it. I call it simple and sophisticated. Everything on the outside is very simple. All the sophistication's on the inside. So what I do is go to the main menu, go to the auto program for weld orbital, and it's going to ask me some questions. It's going to say what diameter you're going to weld. Then it's going to say, what's the wall thickness? And then, do you want to pulse or not pulse on your weld? About that time, I can push the button, and I'm going to get a perfect weld. First time, every time.
Well, it looks great, and what you're saying is it doesn't require somebody that has necessarily the hand skills. The automation portion is easy to do.
It really is. It's pretty much once you put it together, I put my hands in my pocket and wait 45 seconds and look at a finished product.
Okay, well, can you show me some of the heads that you hook up to this machine?
Yeah, I've got the heads on the shelf right here. MK produces 4 different welding heads, and they're sized so they overlap. This is 1/8 up to 1 inch. This head will go up to 2-inch diameter, and this is the head that I use most often is a 1/2 inch to 3-inch range of tubing. And then back over there we have up to 6 inches, where the weld head will weld from 2-inch to 6-inch diameter too.
Okay, so do you trim these to fit very tight? I mean, how much gap can you have?
You want a square butt weld, tight square butt weld. And when you have a square butt weld, we don't want any burrs and just like any welding, it's got to be clean. So once you have it ready to go, square butt weld, you center the butt with a tungsten and lock it down. Then you turn around and put it in on the other side and do the same thing. Lock it down and push the button. That's all there is to it. Wait 45 seconds, perfect weld.
All right, so now are you using argon in this?
Yes, we feed argon around the weld on the outside to give you your argon shielding, just like you'd get from your cup on TIG welding, but then we purge from the inside from an external purge.
Well, that looks great. I like the whole setup here. It actually looks simple. Okay, well, you can see that the weld that I'm looking at right here is just flawless, just perfect all the way around.
I did that with my eyes closed.
You did?
Push the button.
Awesome. Well, listen, we appreciate your time, and thanks for describing the product. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching TIG Time. I'm Mr. TIG.